Hey guys, Thunderstud here, and today we are finally getting to Altergiest. I always said I would. It took a while, but here we are. We got a new skill. That's mostly why I did it. It's pretty good now. It's called Quick Emulateif. So it can be used turn 2 and onward when you have not activated a trap. Very easy. You activate Altergiest Emulateif, and you don't gain it in any way. You still have to draw into it or search it with the normal summon, but it also restricts your special summons from the extra deck. You only get one, and it has to be Altergeist, and you cannot have spell cards in your deck or an extra deck that has anything other than Altergeist. So we did just have an event. There are newer cards, but they're essentially all new. I haven't done an Altergeist video, so we're gonna check them out. This card is soft limited to 1. What I mean is it's not actually limited to 1, but it's only 1 in the game, so it's kind of soft limited. When your opponent declares an attack, you get a special summon it, negate the attack, target a card on the field, negates effects, 2400 defense. Very strong monster, soft limited to 1. Then we have Multi-Faker, very, very good. If this card, or if a trap card goes off, you get a special summon this card, and then special summon another Altergeist from your deck. Very, very good. Soft limited to 2. There's only 2 that exist. Eventually we'll get 3. Now this card is actually limited to 3. I do have 3, but we're only going to use 2 here because I did want to use some more 3 traps like Evacuation. But this card's really good too because it can attack directly, and when it inflicts damage, you target a card on the field, send it to the graveyard. So even though it's only 500, still very strong. And if that wasn't even enough, you can still search an Altergeist monster when you send this card from the field to the graveyard in any way, even just a link monster. So there's a reason it's limited to 3. Very, very good. This is more core though. Marionetter, normal summon, set an Altergeist trap. Very important for this skill. We essentially have 6 copies of Emulateif, and yeah, that goes with the skill. You're able to special summon it immediately with the skill the turn you use it, and start your links much faster. We have Soquitus, who is actually really strong. Quick effect, you return one other Altergeist you control to the hand, target a card on the field, return it to the hand. If this card leaves the field, target a trap in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Very strong card. We're only going 1 though, because you usually want to search it. This is the newest Pixel. Excavate the top 3, add an Altergeist monster, everything else to the graveyard. That's why we're using Paleozoics, but it has to tribute itself. It's not super crazy, so we're just running 1. And just a bunch of trap cards. Emulateif is there because of the skill, obviously. Who is new? I think this is the new one, where when another Altergeist monster you control inflicts battle, target a monster in the graveyard, special summon it. It can't attack unless this card attacks. All sorts of wacky stuff. You're still mostly using Hextia, though, who gets a negate, gains attack with what it's pointing to. Very universal monster to 3. Again, it's just more special summoning, so you gotta really have combos to follow up with that. But yeah, Altergeist, hard deck to use. You gotta really just... There's no big boss you're going into, so you gotta really just lean into all the tricks of your monsters. Everyone has to contribute. So hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Pegasus. We're going first. Looks like a lot of these replays are going first, obviously, but we do have better second turn decks. Now I'm virtually never gonna lose to a Toonvitation Toon deck. There's just no way it's not that good. So here we start with the Pixel. We're gonna mill 3, send 3 Paleozoics. So they're gonna be able to hop out with all these traps. We're gonna use Personal Spoofing to bring out a Canadia. There we go. Now we just gotta get rid of some Toon Ancient Gear Golem, which we can do immediately. With Compulsory Evacuation Device, he's going to try to Pixel us, but he's gonna miss the timing on the Banish, and we are not gonna miss the timing on the Multi-Faker. So really piling it on. That's not much of a monster to protect him. So Quietus is gonna return him though. Return it to our hand, no less, and we normal summon it. Look at the beauty of that play. Go with the Hexia. It does not gain the effect of the Canadia, obviously pointing to it. It's got to be an Altergeist monster. So we still have enough for lethal, as you could see, over 100. We were that fast over a big monster, and a bit of back row that did slow us down a bit. We still get the finish. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing the Yami Yugi. We're going first. I wonder if every replay on this is first. He's Shiranui now. Believe it or not, this deck actually does pretty well against Shiranui because they're so back row heavy, and even just one instance of disruption can go a long way against Shiranui if they're not swarming the field with monsters. They are capable of swarming the field with monsters, but it doesn't have to happen. They can have a lot of back row and even try to run a lot of back row and even back row hate. They're just not focusing. He's up to 30 cards. It's going to be a bad time for him. We're already getting all our monsters out. We have a trap monster out, 2 Altergeist on the field. Our biggest attack Altergeist, bumping up the Hexia, so we do have lethal. Now he's trying to use Warning Point. We are going to tribute the Marionetter to negate the Warning Point. Now our monster's just fine. We search the Conqueri to protect our Hexia the next turn. We can start with a Pixel the next turn if we want. Our monster's protected. No, we top deck the Sulfitis, which is much better. Now he Book of Moons him. We don't gain the attack, but we still have the negate. The monster doesn't have to be face up for the negate, so we could negate that monster reborn. But when I saw the monster he targeted, I was like, what is he doing? I thought he was just going to bring out my Marionetter and swing. Would have been a much better play. But now he's going to try to floodgate our Sulfitis. Again, we can negate that with him there. He's going to try to use the Samsara and banish his monster. Now we're going to negate. Just got the field cleared for us. We could obviously clear with the Pixel and the Zero defense. But great stuff against a big deck, guys. Alright, here we are playing Little Mokuba. We're going first. That means every replay in this was going first. That's interesting. So anyway, can't use our skill first turn, but we do have a Marionetter. We're going to start with the Pixel. Throwing away really good cards. But we do add an Altergeist to our hand. We go with the Conqueri, throwing away the Milisk. Dream Mirror, my goodness, what a bad archetype. I have a Dream Mirror deck. I have a couple Dream Mirror decks. I'm trying to make them work. They're so bad. As soon as I saw this was a Dream Mirror deck, I'm like, there's no way I'm losing to this deck. There's no way, especially once he was searching the trap. I'm like, there's no way I'm losing to this deck, and I don't. It's such a bad archetype. It does stuff, so people think like, wait a minute, this is a real archetype, but it just has to such a roundabout way to do such basic stuff. It's painful. It's painful. But he's trying, and this is like as good as it gets. The combos he gets off are virtually as good as he gets. He burns through his entire deck. He's already 9 cards in his deck left. And we're searching. It's not like we're slow. We searched and milled 3, so that's how fast this deck is going. But it's just speeding to nowhere, speeding to a dead end. So we're up to 24, we're taking a bit of damage. Swing over that monster, can't swing over the big monster, but we're gonna be just fine. We use our Conqueri, we're going to negate his effect. Probably shouldn't have negated that spell card, but it's no big deal. Here he brings out Morpheus. Morpheus is gonna bring out the same Black Knight, get another pop. Those 2 pops and 2 bounces are pretty much the cusp of what he can do. Now I'm going to bring out this Emulateif right back to bump our attack back up. It's not going to save the monster, but it's going to save a significant amount of life points. Not bad. Hexia, when it's destroyed, we get to look at Sulfitis. He does me a huge favor by destroying that monster, because now we can bring up the Sulfitis without doing a link. Return the Conqueri. Swing over that monster, swing again. Remember, Sulfitis is a quick effect, so we're going to be able to return this trap to get over that monster. Oh, we don't even have to, because we got Conqueri. It's going to negate that. Now we're big. He's going to hop on out and try to attack again. But this is where Sulfitis comes in. Bada bing, we throw the Conqueri back. He'll be able to special summon again. Sulfitis once again, we return that back row. He's going to compulsory the Sulfitis. Not a huge deal, we're going to be able to normal summon and search. using the skill, we're going to be able to use the trap immediately as well. So look at that, we're immediately swinging again. We already got Sulquitus right back out. He's live. We even got a banish. We've fully taken control of this duel. He only has 2 cards left. He has no other combos, so he's really in a bad spot. We're returning everything he's got. Full control of this duel, and he scoops. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are going first against a Seto Kaiba. Definitely a first turn deck, obviously. Skill gives us second turns, but we're still going. So we got our Marionetter. We got Sulquitus. We're going to set Sulquitus. He's not very good without other cards on there. Spirit of White is going to banish our Canadia, so we're going to use the Canadia. He didn't have a Blue Eyes to hop out from the Canadia, so we're going to be pretty safe. That's good with Sulquitus. Anyway, we get our Emulateif, so we use the skill. Even with Marionetter, we can use the skill. Use it the turn we set it. There we go. Flip up Sulquitus, use his skill, return the trap. We're going to use the trap again after setting it, but he doesn't want to see it. He does a quick bounce. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Mako. We're going first. Definitely a first turn deck, but with the skill, you can do some second turn plays. Mythic Depths. Ignore this card. We replace it with just more Paleozoics. They're just better. Here he's going to effect Veiler the Pixel. We still tribute it. Doesn't gain its effect. Super waste. But we'll be okay. He's gunking Suship, so all we gotta do is make sure we time our banish. It's unfortunate we have to discard Kun Query. But yeah, the one banish should be enough. You just can't do it during the main phase, because he will negate it. Let's get that 2200 monster. Here we use the banish. Here we're just gonna protect ourselves. Would have been the same. Oops, I accidentally put an attack. I think this makes you put an attack. So Emulate would have been a little better, and our boy scoops from there as he's just left with an easy monster and doesn't want to do the comeback. So yeah, pretty cheesy to bounce after an OTK. That's why I try to stay out of Legend rank, because the duels suffer. So it's almost the end of the month though, so we should be fine. But yeah, Altergiest. They're not as great as I was hoping they would be. I knew that from the beginning. That's why it kind of took so long to do them. But it's a unique archetype we're always going to keep checking out. So hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.